This is PyCharm. I hope you already know what PyCharm is. What am I going to do now is that I'll be creating a new project and we'll install Flask and we'll see the libraries that Flask has. First of all, I'll start a new project. This is the location of the project and the name of the project is API using Python Flask. I hope you already know what this is. I had shown you this in my Python basics course. So create this project and the virtual environment in the project will use Python version 3.12 and click on create. So now what it has done, it has created a new project. If you see here on the Explorer, the name of the project is API using Python Flask and it has created a virtual environment, and in that virtual environment we have this binary file which is Python 3.12 and library. Now inside of library you can see all the libraries or modules, external modules that we install. Right now you do not have any modules as such, so as you can see it is only Python 3.12 and nothing else inside of lib site packages. Now what will you do is that we'll install Python and we'll explore some of the libraries or files which are there in the Flask library. Click on terminal and I hope you already know how to install a particular library or module. It is pip3 install Flask, and what it will do, it will go ahead and install the Flask library. As you can see, the number of files have increased here in site packages. And one thing to note is that when I install the library, I mention capital F, not small f. These are the additional files which have been added in site packages. We have Blinker, Click, etc. And then the main one is Flask. And then there's something called It's Dangerous also, then Jinja too. These are all part of Flask library. Flask also provides templates and forms, so that's why you have all these things. But now what am I going to do is that let me go ahead and create a new Python file and I'll name it as test Flask. So this is the Python file, and in the presentation I had shown you that how to import the Flask class. So it is from Flask import Flask. So this is what we import. Now this is a class. Let us go ahead and look at this particular class. So this is the Flask library. So when you say from Flask, this is the library. As you can see, this is Flask, and inside of it we have so many Python files. We have JSON folder, we have init.py, you have app.py, CLI config, so on and so forth. And what we have to find is the Flask class. Now where can I find the Flask class? Of course you might have to go through all of them, but you can find it in app.py. So open app.py. Now here you see the Flask class. The name of the class is Flask, which has been inherited from the app class. And there's enough documentation inside of this code itself to start with Flask. As you can see, it says usually you create a class Flask instance in your main module, and then you import the Flask class, and then you create an object of the name app, or it can be any object for that matter, and you instantiate the class using the underscore name. And I hope you know what underscore name is. It contains the value of dunder main dunder if you are running it from the program itself, but if it is getting called by another program, then it would contain the name of the module. So this is the Flask class, and there are a lot of things, lot of documentations that are available here. You can go through it, but of course I'll not go through this entire code. But I wanted to show you that this is how you import the Flask class from the Flask module. And after that, then you create an object of the class Flask and you pass an argument, and the argument is typically name. And then this is the standard Python program that if name equal to main, then execute something. So what we do is that we execute the app. So the object is executed using the run method. This is how you execute a Flask program. Of course, there's nothing here as of now. We'll create a new program and then we'll improvise that program to show you what are the things, what things are there, what things you can do using Flask, and how do you map a method or a function rather with the endpoint URL or the resource name. Also, I'll show you how do you pass variable and how do you handle variable in those functions, and also call other APIs or other programs. But this is an introduction of Flask, and this is how you install Flask and create a boilerplate code for the Flask app.